time about robbing. Shout it, he'll pop on anybody. Shout it, don't care about robbing your ass on camera. Nigga better ask about me. Nigga, I take your chain, bitch. Nigga, I take your main, bitch.
All right, let's hop into some other things that are going on in the world, on the internet. Okay, catch up with some bullshit. I don't want to hop into the Gypsy so quick, but the fact that I have like a lot of tabs of Gypsy pulled up, I think I might want to, go ahead and just dive into it. So let's do it. This is Gypsy Rose. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She's back. She's in the headlines. And, I stay away for a while. I don't do the show. I try to at this point, in my streaming career or in my streaming activities, I am at this point okay with once a week. But, whenever it comes the end of the week, that's, the end and everything, all the drama's built up. So it's a good time to do a show. And about time, Gypsy Rose has built up plenty of stuff to cover. Since I've been gone, it's been kind of silent. We did the show last Sunday, I think. There was nothing to cover. Not an inch of Gyps. And her TikTok's been updated with a couple new videos. I'm seeing a couple new fake smiles, a couple new evil eyes. Gypsy's browns, if you know what I mean. These shit kernel eyes. She's got a couple new videos on there, and also there's been some drama. T-Spill let out a video, probably let out a stinker too right after. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But Spill says they dropped this video right here. It's called Gypsy Rose Exposes Ryan Anderson.
This is finally done with Ryan Anderson after all.
Okay, enough. Okay, let's restart this. Here we go. I'll be right back.
You guys, Gypsy Rose is finally done with Ryan Anderson. After all this time, the two of them are finally actually divorced. Can you believe it? Honestly, this has been a long time coming. It has been a crazy ride this year. It's basically been a year since she's gotten out of prison, and so much has happened with her.
So much has happened, okay? So, since Gypsy's got out, she's got herself hitched, okay? She cheated on Ryan. She got addicted to this. Electric death, okay? And she's also got hitched and pregnant with another guy. Outside of the knife, okay? The attack, the kill. So lots happened this year, right? It's only been a year.
You're going to spill
that Gypsy's been out. So she's got herself into a lot of festivities, a lot of shenanigans.
On all the new details of the divorce, things that they have both come out to say, and just a little bit of the journey that we have been on this year. Like I said, it's been quite the journey online this year for Gypsy, navigating social media and going back and forth with Ryan Anderson. I mean, their show came out and there was drama with people thinking that Ryan was creepy, and then they felt bad.
Ryan's a monster right here. You can't tell me this picture looks cool. You could tell me this guy created a nuke aimed right at a preschool, and I would be like, he did it. I wouldn't question it. Look at this fat fuck.
For him, once they saw
this guy's a monster the way he hovers.
How she got with Ken and how her stepmom was in her ear saying that, Ken reached out to me. And I mean, we just saw it all. But after everything, it's official. Gypsy can stop hearing about how she is Ryan Anderson's wife, because on his TikTok lives, he would still refer to her as such.
Look at this face. Ryan, there are certain people out here that should have facial hair. This week on on the podcast we did a movie with Jeffrey Wright, and I realized that Jeffrey Wright, he don't be looking wrong without his full beard, okay? And I'm only saying that because it applies to Ryan. Ryan, you gotta have this. He's gotta have the stash. He's gotta have the goatee. Otherwise, you look like this.
Sometimes just to let
and this is all shit to me.
Everyone know that he does have a right to vent about her if he wants to, because they were still married and this situation stung. But now they're officially done and she can move on with Ken and have their baby girl and live happily ever after. At least we hope, right? Because
So Gypsy's got another plan, probably another trick up her sleeve.
Last year has been filled with so much drama, especially the last couple of months in dealing with the divorce and the baby daddy drama involved in that. One could hope that all the drama would wash away now and Gypsy and Ken would maybe want to lay low for a bit or something like that. But like I said, that's more of just people wishing, because the track record here is giving.
Oh my God, what was in her hand? I'm sorry. What is this? You're telling me that's not a fucking So it looks like Gypsy's got a gun. A gun right there. Pointed at the captain of the ship, telling him to stop the boat for the picture.
Like I said, that's more of just people wishing, because the track record here is giving very much this is not over, even though her and Ryan are officially divorced, because the back and forth internet drama hasn't completely gone away, and we can't be too surprised. This week, reports went around that 8 months after Gypsy filed for divorce in April, things were officially over, right? Okay. And according to People, Blanchard says the two have since worked out their financial disagreements in court. Attorney First adds that they have decided.
Okay, so I'm curious about how much money and how much Gypsy's scamming and scheming, folks. Okay, it's not a game. Okay, I think Gypsy's got dollar signs everywhere she looks. What am I doing? So Ryan probably got fucked. He got about $1 out of this deal.
Decided against
But he's free.
spousal support. However, the division of community property is still being worked out. But shortly after the divorce reports went around, so did another story where they claimed that Gypsy was going around saying that she didn't enjoy doing you know what with Ryan. Even though there's that one famous comment that she made under one of his posts when he was getting a lot of backlash, where she said, "Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me.
Yeah, Ryan, your dick is small. What the fuck? I mean, imagine that. Imagine Gypsy coming out being like, that motherfucker ain't got nothing. Okay, smaller than hell. Smaller than a pebble. Gypsy comes out and says, Ryan, don't listen to those motherfuckers. I love you and you're small.
We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah.
Yeah, he's rocking the goddamn entire world. Don't get it twisted. She ain't lying. Ryan's rocking deep. Infected Mushroom says, oh, Ryan deeper. Imagine Ryan pushing and thrusting with 575 pounds of pressure.
Said it, the D is fire. Happy wife, happy life. And at the time he said, who said I gave a damn about what these jealous people say anyway? Haha, now come get it, baby. Yeah, not so.
No, imagine that coming in hot. Ryan with that pepperoni stink. I mean, I'm constantly curious about, you know, every fat I see, I'm like, you know, what does their breath smell like?
Fire when.
You know, there are gross people out here. They want to do evil things to people. They look at people disgusting. They're sickos or perverts. I look at fat people and wonder about the breath.
She's looking back on everything now, I guess. In an exclusive interview with People this week, Gypsy opened up about their intimate life and what went on behind closed doors that helped encourage her to decide to call it quits. Yeah. They wrote that she said, now Blanchard shares what she says was really happening. Ryan in my life was not ideal. I told him privately. Maybe it was a lack of attraction in that area, or if I still wasn't processing.
Or like, you know, a fear of death. You know, Gypsy, she knows karma's coming. Karma's a bitch. It always happens. Don't get it twisted. You will pay for your sins. Okay, and I'm not talking about a religious way. I just feel like the universe has a way of equaling out and, you know, making sure everybody gets what they deserve. And, you know, Gypsy laying there taking the punishment, Ryan's gut.
Properly.
You know, I think that's really what it was. It was more so not it wasn't a lack of affection. It was, you know, fucking pure fear.
And Gypsy has opened up.
You know, Ryan coming in hot.
About past traumas and things
That
like
fire!
that might have been affecting her during this time. But the fact that this was being said publicly and the things that she said afterwards, like her talking about maybe it was a lack of attraction, like, oh, you guys, I know that hurts. I know it does. I know it does, because that.
I don't know what you said. Let's go back.
Traumas and things like that might have been affecting her during this time. But the fact that this was being said publicly and the things that she said afterwards, like her talking about maybe it was a lack of attraction, like, oh, you guys, I know that hurts. I know it does. I know it does, because that's just to say that.
Enough. I don't know what is going on right now. I feel freaking out. All I'm seeing is nothing but Ryan's smile.
Got it. So much for no drama after the divorce, I guess, because there's no way that he just takes this comment in silence. Like, I'm sure by the time I post this video even, he's probably already gone on live and addressed.
You know, Ryan, you got to address this rosacea. I think everybody that has rosacea should tell on themselves.
This whole thing.
Hold up. I'm not going to blow up. I got rosacea.
Making some sort of shady comment because that's just the pattern that seems to happen with these two. I mean, it just feels like such an odd time to be opening up about this. I know that they're talking about her memoir and things like that, but this comment, it was salt in the wound, especially because she later talks about her experience with Ken and that she had a much better experience and she's obviously with him right now.
I mean, look at Ken. Nothing but height. What is Ken? 5'8"? Not a chance he's 6 foot. No fucking way. No way.
Oh, and they're having their baby girl, and oh gosh, I just know when Ryan saw this, he was just like crying probably. Because this is hurtful stuff. I mean, to be saying this publicly.
You know, and T-Spill's out here icing. She made Ryan IMAX size. Look at this shit. I mean, you didn't have to zoom him to this.
It hurts no matter
This is more Ryan than anybody can handle.
what the situation is and all the drama and stuff like that. To hear that you were not good in bed or you were just like not satisfying someone in a magazine article, like there's just no way that doesn't hurt your freaking feelings. Now, the whole thing is just extra hurtful to Ryan since he has been public about still having feelings for Gypsy. I mean, just a few weeks ago, there were these leaked messages of their DMs that he had sent to Gypsy.
That's high blood pressure. That's rosacea. Okay, Ryan, you can't hide it, okay? You know, I know high blood pressure. I've dealt with problems with my heart my whole life. I've never been red. That's got to be the rosacea.
Where he was saying that he still loved her and was complimenting her. He had said, "You look so good as a brunette. Miss your voice, you know I do." Another message said, "You still have my heart. I still only have eyes for you, Gypsy Rose. You really are the most beautiful woman in the world." Just
Jesus Christ, and Ryan went ahead and made a proper letter format. He got the indentation somewhere in here. Ryan, this ain't gonna work.
Being honest.
This is sad.
And he recently went on live and addressed the messages, standing by them.
I hope y'all are still Team Ryan after, leaked messages or whatever.
We're not.
Let me talk about that real quick. I wasn't too excited about that. Guys, I am going through a divorce. There are moments that I do still miss Gypsy. I mean,
wow, he misses her sitting there next to him, sucking on that vape, swiping right.
It's just,
I don't think Ryan ever saw her swipe left. Nothing but a tender household over here. Ryan knows, too. If he brings her back, it's over. He's going to be more militant. He's going to be up all night. He'll never sleep. He'll be watching that phone like a hawk.
I'm working on it. I know that she's about to have a baby with Ken. I know everything like that. I get it. But I do have moments, guys, and that was a weak moment. I was, just had a moment. And
right, you got to get up. I'm tired of couch talk. Everybody that does these TikTok lives, what happened to people out and about exercising? Ryan's sitting here like a frog on a log, man. God damn.
And I was hurt that the messages were leaked because that's a private deal. And I did like the brunette. She knows I like her as a brunette. So...
Well, that's terrifying stuff. I understand a color you might like, but if you're sitting here propositioning, if Ryan goes back, he probably is ordering her for the brunette.
As I like her.
He wants her back in that era.
As a brunette. So, I was just letting her know that.
Christine says, I think Ryan got some money out of that bitch. And that's probably what's going on here. This is all a scheme. These are paid actors.
And,
Gypsy's one of these people that, is having karma, in the worst way possible, upscaled for everybody's eyes to see. Ryan's probably a paid actor. Why did I click that? Son of a bitch! Ryan's a paid actor. Don't get it twisted. None of this is even real. All these characters, they're just dragging it on that hopefully, we could pull every little dollar we can with this Gypsy Rose shit until it's completely forgotten. Ryan will probably come back into her life. They'll be fighting. There'll be drama. For the reality show they're doing. I don't buy a second of this scripted shit.
Embarrassed by it, but at the same time, guys, I've never lied about my feelings towards her.
He went on to address messages that he received afterwards and said that it's not like he hasn't been honest about his feelings towards her since they split.
So I love when people text me and it was like, she outed you. She outed you. Outed me for what? Like, outed me? Like, how is that outing me? I'm not hiding that from anybody.
You know, obviously you were. You know, Ryan, you should probably move into an open door policy. Give everybody your password for your Twitter. You know, and TikTok and such.
You know, and like if anybody asks,
you know, Ryan's like, I wasn't hiding anything. You weren't even showing it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Ryan feels like he's on, you know, he's in front of the judge.
That's me, of course. I've always had feelings for her. Like, that's my soon-to-be ex-wife. Like, really soon, actually. So, guys going...
But I can guarantee you he's not happy Gypsy leaked these messages.
Soon-to-be ex-wife. Like, really soon, actually. So, guys going through that, you have a mix of emotions. Thing is, you know, it's funny. I've never released any messages that she sent that would damn.
Look at Ryan. Ryan's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. This is a guilty face. You know, this is a face of somebody that, you know, has caught that sickness. He misses that killer.
Damage her or embarrass her, like, you know, I could do the same, but what does that do? Honestly, like, it just starts a yan, and like, what's the point in that, right?
And Ryan's not making a damn bit of sense. He's only doing this for these gifts happening right now. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Is this kid? Who is this, Ryan? Ryan, what are you talking about? You're sitting here fumbling your words, scared out of your mind. Gypsy released the messages. Ryan's like, I got plenty of gypsies. Leak them.
He sent that would...
Infected Mushroom says you know that she took his V card. It definitely happened. That's why Ryan's so hooked. Hooked on the first time. That memory, you know, sweet memory of like when him and Gypsy were, you know, meeting up at the old prison.
That would damage her or...
And I wouldn't be shocked. You know, the first time I saw Ryan, I couldn't believe he was an actual human being.
Embarrass her, like, you know, I could do the same, but what does that do? Honestly, like, it just starts a yan, and like, what's the point in that, right? You know.
He later claimed to have text messages that make Gypsy look foolish or at least contradict her, which I guess means he's trying to say that she has sent him complimentary texts. So it's not all just one-sided, but he was jokingly running a poll during his live asking people if they were in his position, if he would leak the messages or not.
Get my revenge and leak everything? I should. But...
Wow, Ryan wants to kill. Ryan wants that headshot. He's holding out. I think that's what's happening right now. Ryan's like, I should. Bitch, you ain't got nothing. Actually, he probably has a lot. Nudes. You know, I see a scandal happening. I'm seeing revenge porn scandals where, you know, Ryan leaks, you know, a couple pictures of, you know, Gypsy sex tape is going to happen. That's the thing I fear most. When everybody, you know, a lot of people, they have a decision in Hollywood or you know, if they have an opportunity to stay famous, to, you know, to do the tape. So, you know, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm not trying to put that out there.
But,
you know, but Ryan's got something. Look at him smiling right now. He's got some dirty shit that he could leak.
I mean,
of Gypsy.
What's the good in that, guys? Honestly, what's the good? What would come from that? So, let's do a poll. All right, if you were in my position, would you leak text like she did? Red, yes, blue, no. If you were in my position, would you leak text that contradict her or try to make her look foolish?
So,
Yeah.
I really don't think that the back and forth is going to...
I've had enough. There's too much, this whole expose going on right now. It's too much wide-scale imagery of these two.
Guessing what Gypsy said is too...
It's a lot of Ryan, especially with Gypsy coming in with these aardvark teeth. What is that?
Truly, it feels
Unnerving
like
stuff.
every month there's something happening with them online, and there's just no world in which I see Ryan not addressing what Gypsy said is two people. But I guess we'll just have to see. I want to know what you guys think about all of this, though, from Gypsy's recent comments to what Ryan had to say on live. The fact that their divorce is finally finalized, which I'm sure is like a breath of fresh air for all three of them, because for so long, there was all of these conversations about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen when she has the baby because she's legally married to Ryan.
You know, what's going on with these teeth? Check teeth. Okay, isn't there like, you know, a certain position teeth should normally be? It looks like, you know, the two in the front are actually the two in the middle.
And where they live,
you know, they are in the middle, but they don't look right. His teeth look a little bit out of line.
the baby would automatically be his. And even though they did a paternity test and said Ken was the father, it was still just such a talked about topic. And I feel like now it can finally go to rest. It
You know, this is probably the most wholesome picture I've ever seen in my life.
was still just such a talked about topic.
You know, you remember those old Norman Rockwell pictures with, you know, they would emphasize, the old fat white person's gobbler. And this is a very 50s looking, you know, kind of aesthetic right here. Ryan from the neck up and like right here, looking like he should have been born in a different time.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out.
Topic.
And Ryan's trapped. It's over for him. He's dead.
And I feel like
You know, inside. So let's go to Gypsy's TikTok, see what she's been lying about. So Gypsy coming in looking like she's fucking hasn't showered in weeks. Showered in weeks. Looking dirty and deranged. He has Tom Cruise has that. The alignment of his teeth are a little bit too scientific. Okay, Scientology teeth.
Morning, everyone.
So here's Gypsy. This is titled Today's the Day. I'm excited to officially share my new book. Now, Gypsy's been hot on the quill, writing her tale, her autobiography. People do it. People, you know, really fucking, you know, got the wrong idea when they think that, like, you know, they're going to make the bucks off the book. There are people out here, especially in like fields of, one of my favorite subjects, the paranormal. You know, they write these books and stuff, and you find an audience. They make a bunch of money. But I mean, how many people of Gypsy's audience can read?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard
I mean, do you think anybody that watches or is into this shit knows one word?
here. So my book, My Time to Stand, is officially available wherever books are sold. I'm super excited about this, and you can find links.
But her book is titled My Time to Stand. With you all. This book means nothing, and I just need a couple dollars is pretty much what this should say. It's a cash grab. Kimberly says, play it because I love you so much, baby. I don't know what is going on. Kimberly says, I used to have an Elvis doll. I got 3 of them. When I ordered these were, you know, supposed to be a big surprise, you know, for the big birth of baby Elvis. You know, in the pictures on eBay, they made them look like they were about 6 feet tall. I get them. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So one of them had to go through what we would call a little bit of Nate's punishment.
Links in my bio. Good morning, everyone.
I don't know what just happened. So Gypsy's just scamming. She's trying to, spread awareness for her shit book.
Hey, everybody. So this is day 2 after.
So day 2 after the big launch, you know, people probably sitting at the edge of their seat ready to buy. Okay, they got it in their cart. They're waiting for it when it drops and they purchase. So there are other people asking questions too, like, where's the fucking baby? Gypsy looking like she ain't got nothing going on. Like, that motherfucker came out, boy. The baby has came out. That's one thing I didn't really mention. I forgot she was pregnant. Gypsy looking slender right now, not only looking depleted, lifeless, she's also looking pregnantless. So the baby's out, hiding somewhere, hopefully been taken away. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if Gypsy had drugs in her system. Allegedly.
Hey, everybody.
But she does look like, you know, she's not pregnant anymore. The happening has happened. The baby's out. Gypsy's, you know, a whole new person, a mother now.
So this is day 2 after my memoir, My Time to Stand, has been released to bookstores and wherever books are sold. I am so proud to be holding this book right now.
And I'm like, you know, when people like her or anybody, whenever they write these books, you know, I'm surprised by the thickness of any of them. It's not a big book.
I
But what the fuck are you writing in here that you need to fill all... This is like, what, 250 fucking pages? What did you have to tell the person that wrote this for you about... what did you have to say that needed this thick of a book?
am so proud to be holding this book right now. And whoever has read it already, I hope that you receive the message. This is not a true
So it's not a true story, is what she's about to say. You've been busted.
crime book. This is a book about survival, hardship, and overcoming.
Two hots in a cot, too. I hope there's a lot, maybe Gypsy could actually spin her story into, like, also an additional thing that's exciting. Like, halfway through the book, we get to hear about her plan to escape. Gypsy's prison escape story. That would be fun. And she was just using her broken teeth to eat through the wall.
Massive amounts of trauma. To say that this book is just a book is not. It's very, very much misrepresented. This is not a book. This is my entire life.
Wow. Gypsy's entire essence, her existence, captured in a couple fucking pages. And how much, has anybody gone into this? Has anybody done a book burning? For the trees? Gypsy's sitting here like this is a platter of, existence. Like this is her soul spilled into this shitty... Look at the cover of this thing. It's very Martha Stewart.
In pages. When I started working on this book with Melissa Moore and Michelle Matrosciani,
where are they at? Those are the people we need to talk to. Melissa Moore and Mayo Miyazaki. Okay. Hacha! What were they doing? They're like, Gypsy, we got to add something cool in here. You have said nothing.
Amazing women.
And like, I'm always curious about, because for a fucking fact, this was just written through the mouth of Gypsy's, bullshit retellings and then juiced up a little bit to make it exciting.
Amazing writing.
I can't imagine this book has just the letter the and then covered in blood every page.
When I started working on this book with Melissa Moore and...
But I am curious about the behind the scenes, the BTS. Is she just calling these people? They're sitting there on a typewriter. And Gypsy's telling them, like, what happens? Where's the story lead?
Two amazing women, amazing writers. I had such a wonderful time working with them, brainstorming. And it's really a talent to be able to bring the emotions of what a trauma survivor...
Infected Mushroom says, speaking of jail, how about the conditions at Rice Street ATL? YSL sued them yesterday. It's amazing. What the fuck? God damn it! God, that's not it. There. No, I didn't even know that. That's amazing. Not too long ago, the Cuyahoga... City of Cuyahoga or whoever, they sued the county jail there, and they had a lot of insider footage of the conditions. So that's exciting.
Go through and overcome and push past into words, that is incredibly difficult because no one can know the emotions felt by a victim unless you are in that situation or have been there.
Gypsy, what the fuck are you talking about?
And so for us to brainstorm together and kind of figure out how do we want to put this all together? How do we want to framework this?
And like, there shouldn't be like that. Those are the conversations we should be telling the public. How do we framework this? You're telling us you lied. Why would you need somebody to help you kind of like construct your life story? It's supposed to happen the way it happens. Gypsy's like, I took a bunch of things and I didn't know where they go, and we mashed them up. So the whole fucking story's a brainstorming session on where things go and what happened in Gypsy's tale. Look at those liar's eyes.
It's amazing, and I think we did an amazing job. The things that I talk about in this book are things that I don't get asked in interviews. I don't get asked how scared I was in certain situations. I don't get asked why.
You know, look at Gypsy couldn't be more unconcerned, literally staring into the ethos. What are you fucking looking at, bro? What is there, a cloud of black dust swimming around the ceiling of your fucking house? What are you pondering? These are the liars, like, zoned out, like they can't focus.
How scared I was in certain situations. I don't get asked why.
And she's just sitting here swimming for what to say at this point. She's like, they never asked me this. They never asked me that. And I always was like, you know what? We'll take that to a book.
Why didn't I just run away? I don't get asked that stuff. And
What the fuck are you talking about? Gypsy's gonna run.
why? Why didn't I just run away? I don't get asked that stuff.
That is true. Infected Mushroom said the book should be called My Time to Stand, a story of recovering from sex with Ryan.
Your Bobby, Hibby.
Wow. And that would be a story to tell. Her time to stand after her legs, stop being numb from, Ryan's, whole body crushing them.
And I think even if I told them why, they wouldn't really understand. So it's extremely important to put into words for readers when they are reading my story and when my story is told. The reasons, the emotions, the restrictions.
I love this little corner here, too. This is a nice nook. As you can see, Gypsy's apartment, as low shit rent it is, they're probably paying about $500 a month for this shithole they're living in. CMHA bed bug palace. And the place she lives in, I like this little corner she decided to fake this whole conversation in. Look how everything's set up. Who the fuck is Dylan? Who is that? I know who Dylan is. What if she had her mom's name on there? With blood.
And put on victims. So
Mommy still gets Christmas, right?
I think that this book is ultimately the thing that I needed to have happened in my life, because I held on to that grief and that pain for so long.
So I'm only hoping that there's going to be like something exciting in the comments where it's like somebody saying, I filmed your book lot. I would wish, somebody could, be an angel out here and actually have like, some TikTok videos of them opening the book, showing us the inside. I just want to see how it starts. What's the first letter? What's the first sentence in the Gypsy Rose tale?
This is a healing book. This is about letting go of my past and finally pushing towards my future. And I hope that if anyone is in my shoes or the shoes that I was in, if they are
you can listen to this actually on Spotify if you buy it.
Experiencing trauma, if they
should we buy it for the show? Should we do an audio? Should we do the rest of the show? We listen together to the Gypsy Rose story.
They are experiencing abuse. That this book will show that there is hope, there is life beyond abuse. I'm not going to say that how I gained my freedom was right, because it wasn't, and I talk about that in the book. I absolutely...
Wow, look at her sense of fashion. This is for people that suck their thumbs.
Have a life of regret.
Right? Isn't that what that's for? You ever seen this? This is cheap. No awesome, amazing brand would ever take a risk with making the style of hoodie that has that thumb slot because you're a fucking bizarro and you're like, that's where it goes. Who in their right mind would be like, I want a sleeve with a thumb hole so this area is covered? What the fuck?
Absolutely have a life of regrets. I'm not perfect. I've made really bad choices in my life.
Christine says this is her dad's house. No, her dad. Oh my God, it scared me. Look at this. Hi, NOLA followers. Join me. Oh, look at this tonight, 5 p.m. for a meet and greet. Celebrate the release of my new book. So there's probably got to be some damn footage of this bitch. She's not even talking. But I think that there, you know, with TikTok being as amazing as it is, there's got to be some type of footage of people going to this book release event. Let's go to Gypsy Rose. Let's type in book release part. Rose book release. Here it is. Excuse me. Wow, look at this. So people showed up to it. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Honestly, I have no way. No way of knowing. But look at the size of this oompus or crumpus. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. That's nuts. That's a lot of pouch. So I don't know what this is at all. It just says Pink Pony's live stream at the Gypsy Rose book signing. Look who shows up. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Justice for Dee Dee. So Pink Pony must be somebody that, you know, indulges in the Gypsy Rose things.
Get into it, yeah.
Damn! All right, so that says that's her bestie Bree, says Kimberly. Madeline. All right, so I'm gonna get claimed for that. Let's go to this channel. What's this all about? What is this all about? The fuck is this?
What about?
I'm not doing that. It's demonic to me. Where's some more footage of this thing? The book release. Here's Gypsy.
We listen.
Sitting with her trash sister. Is that her sister? What are you about?
And we lie.
Your verse. Okay, so my verse. So,
Oh, this is that teen mom lady. I do remember this. We did actually watch some of this. She went on, I don't know if she went on the podcast that has the teen mom girl on it, but we did watch not too long ago. I do remember this face.
I used a baby bottle until I was an adult.
Which is a lot.
You guys are saying Pink Pony got kicked out. So I don't know what's going on in this video right here. Somebody showing up to Gypsy Rose's live book event. I don't see anything else about it. So that's it with Gypsy. I don't think we have anything else cool to look at. Look at this. Oh my God. What the fuck are you? Oh God. Gypsy looking nothing but fucking demolished right here. Ryan's like, Look at Ryan, man. This is the same look he has down at the Thanksgiving spread. I don't know what Ryan's looking at. There's probably drugs in there. All right, let's get away from Gypsy. I've had enough of her. I'm moving on to my best buddy in the world, Royce.